This would mean that Malaysia has the right to those islands, on the condition that they are nobody's property. Problem comes when there are other countries with conflicting claims to the same basis. UNCLOS.
Audio Jungle.